Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanathmirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Dev Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gauravakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, we continuing second chapter, verse 4. Arjuna Vacha, Katham Bhishmam Aham Sankhe, Dronam Cha Madhusudana, Ishavi Pratyotsami, Puja Dhavari Sudana. So Arjuna is saying, O killer of enemies, O killer of Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship? So Arjuna is in this position, he has to fight. So he's calling Arjuna, he's calling Krishna, oh killer of enemies. Okay, Krishna, you kill all your enemies. But you kill only enemies. You don't kill your own kinsmen or your own teachers. Right? So I have to now fight with Bhishma and Drona, who are worthy of my worship. But did you ever attack your grandfather Ugrasena or your teacher Sandipani Muni? No, then why do I have to fight these people now? Verse 5. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum bhaiksham api haloke hatvarta kamamstu guruni haiva bunji abhogan rudira pradigdan. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. Actually, here Bhishma and Drona, they were somewhat, obliged to take Duryodhana's side because multiple reasons. One reason was actually Bhishma would have taken a vow that he will support the person who is the king of Hastinapur, and also then because Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana were taking care of his needs, right? So he was somewhat obliged to take his side because all along he was staying under their care in that sense financially, and now when the war had to happen, though Bhishma knew that Pandavas are righteous, he could not take their side because of this obligation. So here Arjuna is thinking, okay, now they are all superiors, how can I just kill them? And even if they kill them, I can't really enjoy whatever has been tainted with their blood. So now Arjuna comes to his sixth reason for not fighting. So he says, Na chaidat vidmak kataram na gariyo yadva jayema yadi vano jayeyuhu yane vahatva na jijibishamas devastita pramukhe dhartarashtraha. Na chaitat vidmak kataram na gariyo. Now, nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Because they are our kinsmen, they are our nephews, our cousins. How can we care to live if they are killed? But still, they don't seem to be thinking that way, right? They are standing in front of us, waiting to fight. So this is his sixth reason. So he is indecisive. He is not sure. He doesn't know whether he should fight or not fight, right? Because he is thinking that this violence is unnecessary. Actually, this is not unnecessary violence because this was for establishing dharma, right? And Krishna, he descends only to establish dharma, right? Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he's thinking, okay, maybe I will not fight. Maybe I'll go and live by begging. But then, because he was a Kshatriya, if he doesn't win the battle and get a kingdom for himself, then he will have to live by begging. There won't be any other recourse. But then on the other end, he's thinking, okay, there is no certainty of victory also, because any side might emerge victorious. He's just looking at it from Kshatriya perspective, right? So he's thinking, okay, now I'm not sure, should I kill them? Should I get conquered by them? So though Arjuna was such a great warrior, actually there was no need for him to be thinking this way, but he was put into this situation by Krishna's will, because Krishna wanted to speak Bhagavad Gita through Arjuna. right? So but there's one very important point to understand, right? Arjuna, he was not very whimsical about his decision to fight, nor was he somewhat deciding it to, in some sense, saying that, I want to gain this kingdom, I want to name, fame. He was not doing this, doing for all this. His senses were very controlled. He wanted to do it only if it had to be done, and he was confused whether he had to do or not. So Prabhupada in the purport writes one beautiful statement. He says, unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. This is very important. See, our senses are so uncontrolled that all the time we have, five senses. All these senses are always behind us. I want this, I want that. Eyes are seeking for something nice to see, ears for something nice to hear, mouth, tongue for something nice to eat. Right? We are being dragged all the time by these different senses. Now, if we are always under the control of these senses and being dragged here and there, then we cannot come to the platform of knowledge, because we are so busy in just sense enjoyment. We never come to the platform of saying, okay, who am I, why am I here, what am I supposed to do? So we can never come to the platform of real knowledge. So senses have to be controlled, because if we don't come to the platform of knowledge and devotion, then there is no question of liberation. So even for us to come to devotion, of course, I mean, devotion, bhakti is independent, but many a times, a lot of people get influenced after reading scriptures. They are convinced, saying that, I need to do bhakti. So knowledge is important, and with devotion is also important. Without this, we cannot get liberation, or we cannot get out of this material world. So the beginning of all this is that senses have to be controlled, right? So if senses are not controlled, then we live a life in vain. So in the seventh verse, he concludes his confusion and argument and debate and all his, indecision about to fight. He concludes. He says, "Karpanya doshopahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma sammoda cheta yashreyasyan nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasthayam shadimam tvam prapannam." Karpanya dosho, because of this miserly weakness, upahata swabhava, I have been affected by this miserly weakness. Huh? Dharma sammoda chetaha. I am bewildered about my duty. I am confused about my duty. Should I fight? Should I not fight? And so I have lost all my composure. In this condition, yet shreyasyan nishchitam bruhitanme. Whatever is best for me, shreyas means whatever is best for me. Nishchitam, definitely, certainly. Please tell me for certain what is best for me. Shishyasteham. Now I am your disciple. Shadi mam tvam prapannam. Shadi, I am now surrendered unto you. Mam tvam prapannam. Please instruct me, because I am surrendered unto you. So Arjuna surrenders to Krishna. Right? So here it's very important to understand that that one has to surrender. One has to surrender to a higher authority. Right? And Arjuna is not approaching Krishna to say, okay, just tell me, now and here and now, please tell me what is good for me, I will follow. No, he wants to know what is shreyas. Shreyas is whatever is best for me, not just for today, but for time to come. For, see, previously people never used to live only thinking about this life. People mostly used to live only thinking about next life, because they know that this life is a preparation for next. Right? But in today's world, time and age, we are only worried about this life, and which mostly to a great extent is predetermined based on our birth. So in some sense, we are simply wasting our time. But previously people were very intelligent. They never used to bother about their current life. They used to just bother about next life, and they used to live life such that, okay, how am I going to elevate myself in next life? So they were always looking for what is best for them, not what is preyas. Preyas means immediate benefit. Like, a child is crying, it wants chocolate because it is preyas, it gives immediate happiness. But the parents say, no, 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 this is not shreyas, this is not good for you, because later your teeth will get spoiled. So that is shreyas, but the child wants preyas. Like that, all of us in this material world, we are looking for prayers. But Arjuna was very intelligent. He didn't ask, okay, just give me the solution only for this battle, only for this situation I'm in. No, he's saying, not just for now, even going forward, this should be the best decision. Please tell me what is, please tell me for certain. Not like you give me an option and I will think about it, I will do my own speculation. No. He's saying, you please tell me for sure, for certain, and I will simply follow it. Why? Because now I have become your disciple. I am your friend. I am talking to you so casually, but now I am surrendered to you. Please instruct me. So this word surrender also is very, very important. Mostly people in Kali Yuga are, very much frightened by this word surrender, because everybody wants to be independent. Surrender means lack of freedom. So when we surrender to our Guru, we give up our freedom in the hands of our Guru, and we are ready to. Our whole life is now under his order. Whatever he says, we have to follow. So Arjuna is saying, okay, I have now surrendered. Now you please instruct me. You please tell me what I need to do. I have used my intelligence, enough of it. I am not able to get to any conclusion. So Prabhupada writes, saying that in the purport, saying that in every step, there is perplexity in this material world. There is perplexity, right? So like Arjuna approached a guru, we also have to approach a guru who is a bona fide guru in disciplic succession, comes in a parampara, and he gives authorized knowledge, because only he can give us proper guidance as to how to live our life. What is the purpose of life? See, many times what happens, if we go out of our house, wanting to, we just go out, take our bike, and then start driving. Now, without knowing where we are going, we don't know whether we have to take left, right. So we'll just keep, meandering through the streets. So we have to know what is the purpose of life, and then we have to seek proper guidance. Should I take left? Should I take right? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And our bona fide guru will guide us through all the perplexities of life, will tell us how to live, so that we can go through all those perfect perplexities of life and still yet reach our purpose of life. It's like these perplexities are compared to forest fire, right? Forest fire happens at any point of time. It's not like anybody comes and sets fire in the forest, right? So similarly, whenever our as per our karma phala, whenever a problem has to come, it will come. But the important thing is like what Arjuna did. He surrendered to a capable, person who was willing to accept his surrender. So he accepted a bona fide spiritual master. So this is something that everybody has to do. Previously, this used to be a very common thing. Every house used to have a kula guru, right? So we even now we should approach a bona fide guru and take his shelter and accept his instructions. Now, Prabhupada also says, who is the man in perplexities? What does this perplexities mean? Perplexities mean that one who doesn't know how to solve the real problems of life. So there are two things. There are normal day-to-day problems, and there are real problems. Real problems are defined as those which nobody wants but nobody can avoid. Nobody wants them, but nobody can avoid them. Okay, these are Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. These are Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, birth, death, old age, and disease. These are the real problems of life. And if a human life is the most valuable asset, because only in the human life can one identify or get the solution for this problem of birth and death. But if one lives like cats and dogs and quits his body as a human, then he is a kripana. He is a miser, because he wasted his human life. Who is a kripana? He has money, but he doesn't want to use it, so he's wasting that money. Similarly, we are kripanas if we have this body, human body, which is meant to get us out of this problem of birth and death, but we don't utilize it properly. And the one who utilizes it properly is called a brahmana. So what is this kripana or miser? How is he spending his time? He's spending his time just around family, society, country. So this is called material conception of life. So Prabhupada calls this skin disease. He's attached to wife, children, other members on skin disease. Now, what is the skin disease? All of this is because of this body. So I have a wife, she's connected to this body of mine. Then from us, children come who are also connected to my body. So this is skin disease. And similarly, then there is family, then there is society, country, etc. Right? And we are so engrossed in the skin disease that we think that this is all in all. Right? There is nothing beyond this. But Arjuna was also put into this kind of affinity for his all his friends and gurus and all that. He felt like, oh, why should I kill them? First of all, he was thinking he is the cause for their death, right? And second, he's thinking, okay, without them I can't be happy, right? So he was in perplexity. He could not understand, should I fight, should I not fight, because of his miserly weakness, which is attachment to his kinsmen. But he did the right thing. He surrendered to the supreme spiritual master Krishna. And then because he said instruct, now Krishna immediately assumes the role of a master. And he, till now it was casual conversation. Arjuna is saying, take my chariot there. Krishna is taking the chariot. But now the talks going forward will be very, very serious, because talks between the guru and the disciple are very serious. It's not like one accepts a guru for some entertainment or casual conversation. No, we should understand that guru is a representative of Krishna. So whatever he says is as good as Krishna giving us instructions. So here it is said Krishna is the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna was his first disciple. And we should understand Bhagavad Gita the way Arjuna understood Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna did not speculate. Arjuna had queries, but he very humbly asked Krishna, I'm not able to understand. Can you clarify this? Can you clarify this? So similarly, we should approach a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. We should surrender to him. Then we should inquire about our position. Who are we? Why are we here? What are we supposed to do? What our duties are? How should we live this life? And how do we achieve perfection in this life? So for all this, we have to surrender to a guru, which means that we should give up this thinking of I am great, or I am worth something, right? When we surrender to guru's words are everything. We are just his menial servant, and we just take his guidance and instructions and follow it, so that we can achieve the perfection of our life. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue from verse 8 in the next podcast. Hare Krishna.